Hello and welcome back to World 360. On Wednesday, at the Unisphere in Queens, after a historic victory in New York's mayoral race, Zohran Mamdani revealed his transition team, which is set to take charge on January 1 next year. What's drawing the spotlight is that his transition team is powered entirely by women. It includes women who have experience working in city government, spanning from social services, finance, city budgets to housing development. Mamdani says this all women team will help him carry out what he calls the most ambitious policy plan the country's most populous city has seen in many years. This transition team, led by Ilana Leopold as executive director, will include co-chairs Maria Torres Springer, the former first deputy mayor, Lena Khan, the former Federal Trade Commission chair, the United Way's president and CEO, Grace Bonilla, and the former deputy mayor for Health and Human Services, Melanie Herzog. According to the Democratic Socialist Mamdani, this transition team is tasked with building a government of public servants that will focus on reducing costs and solve old problems with new solutions. He also aimed to Trump-proof the city. His ambitious agenda includes initiatives like free childcare, free city bus service, city-run grocery stores, and a new Department of Community Safety that would dispatch mental health workers for certain emergency calls instead of police officers. With all that, as the youngest New York mayor in over a century, Mamdani also seems to face big hurdles ahead, from tackling city hall bureaucracy to dealing with possible pushback from President Trump, who has repeatedly warned that he may cut federal funding to New York if Mamdani takes office. Trump has often criticized his politics as communist. It is to note that New York City's 2026 budget includes about 7.4 billion in federal funding, which is around 6.4% of its total spending. Now let's talk about the US federal government, where the shutdown is now slowing down skies. The US Federal Aviation Administration is cutting 10% of flights at 40 major airports due to a shortage of staff. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said that the flight cuts are needed because there aren't enough air traffic controllers, many of whom are working without pay during the 36-day government shutdown. The FAA called it an extraordinary situation, saying even its chief, Brian Bedford, has never seen anything like this in his 35-year career. Officials say the decision is all about keeping the skies safe. This sudden plan left airlines rushing to cut flights within just 36 hours, while worried passengers flooded customer service lines to check what it meant for their travel plans. The US government shutdown, which is now the longest in the country's history, has forced 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 TSA staff to work without pay. United Airlines said the flights cut will not affect long international routes or flights between major hub airports. The reductions will mainly impact regional and domestic flights that do not connect major hubs. The airline also said passengers can get a refund if the flight is affected, even if they booked non-refundable or basic economy tickets. Now, entering the 37th day of shutdown, from empty control towers to closed museums and delayed benefits, this closure has affected everything: jobs, safety, travel, and daily life. For now, the US waits, watching the costs rise while essential services run on empty. Up next is the Brazilian model Larissa Neri, who made a grand entry onto the Indian political scene on Wednesday. Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, alleged Larissa's photograph was used to commit voter fraud in Haryana. He claimed that her image appeared 22 times in Haryana's voter rolls across 10 polling booths under different names like Seema, Sweetie, and Saraswati. He used this to claim there was vote chori in the Haryana elections and accused Election Commission of India of allowing irregularities and favoring the BJP, whereas BJP termed these charges as false and baseless. Larissa Neri, who is a hairdressing professional from Minas Gerais, a state in the southern eastern Brazil, said that she was shocked when she found a photo being used allegedly to commit voter fraud. In a social media video, she explained the picture was taken when she was around 18 or 20. They are using my photo for some election thing, I don't even know, something where people vote. And in India, they are pretending I'm an Indian woman to fool others, she said. She also reacted to her sudden fame with humor, posting on Instagram, "Wow, that's crazy. I'm famous in India as a mysterious Brazilian model." She added that reporters have been calling her salon to reach her. Neri has made it clear that she has nothing to do with Indian politics and has never even visited India. And her photo is easily available online under the title "Woman Wearing Blue Denim Jacket," as it was uploaded on multiple sites as a free to use stock image. That's it for now. This is Varnika Dhawan. Thank you for watching.